Wow.
Mhm. Okay, so let's start. Three, two, one. We spent by so much talking about data and marketing. So how many people like being in this sort of marketing from past to couple of years. I have also figured out that if I have been done ads on Google or if I have been managing ads on Meta. So how much we spend, how much return we got, and we can tap in them for it better. But there is one question that usually comes after all of that. So okay, the question is, so what do I actually do next? I got the metrics, I got the results, I got the strategy, but what to do next? I don't know if I'm a sole business proprietor or a sole performance marketer. And that is essentially where today's conversation gets interesting because my guess is not just building another dashboard for marketers, just like people who build the dashboard for their business. She's building something designed to turn advertising data into decisions. And I'm excited to share the part two of the 30 series name our founder. I'm joined by Mona, once again, the founder of Xolora here. Mona, welcome back to your of the series and this time on YouTube.
Thank you again for having me once again.
Hope people who watched the session on YouTube enjoyed talking to us, our conversation, and enjoyed our faces. And this time, the aspect ratio is good enough that they will not ignore our faces and will say quite a lot of good. Okay,
It's all a big learning.
I saw the big thing. Actually, I have read the comments on YouTube and then people who are appreciating us. That there's so many of them. I believe so. We will rock together and this get this together. And to all the founders, we will host the podcast with and to the people who will be getting the inspiration from Mona being a founder. So Mona, let's start there. Like if I'm running NetApps today, I already have NetApp manager or the Meta business suite. I already have a dashboard, so I already have posts, which the PPC usually gives. I see hundreds of different metrics. So why does Xolora need to exist as per you, and what's the need? If I am asked.
I have probably shared in a previous episode that last year I surveyed small business owners and solopreneurs, and I found that 80% didn't know what to do with their KPIs.
Correct.
And if you run ads, it basically means you're flying blind, you're wasting money. And on average, small businesses waste 10,000 US dollars per year on Meta ads. And this shows that knowing the metrics, seeing them on a dashboard doesn't lead you anywhere, right? It doesn't give you the confidence to act, especially when you're like a small business owner, when you have so many other hats to wear and it's all on you. And when you don't necessarily have marketing knowledge, then you're overwhelmed and you're like, okay, I now go with my gut feeling and I just, increase budget or I stop running that one ad, but I really don't know what I'm doing. And this is why Xolora exists, because it tells you exactly what ad is wasting you money and which ad you should scale and what you should do next.
Then does it compares the advertisement? Suppose I'm running a business today. I have started my own business. Okay? And then I have to find the leads to people who are actually genuinely interested in the services I'm providing and the product that I'm selling to. So just like A/B testing, the Xolora also gives you a compatibility test, like which ads you should run first and what will be the people respond, or is it like the generative decision made by AI?
For now, because we're still in beta, we cannot, overbuild in the beginning. We have to keep it like small, get feedback and then iterate, pivot if necessary or move on. And so for now, it's really just generative AI. But of course, it will get better over time. For us now, it's really important to get the initial feedback on not only on how people find the outcome, but also, the user interface and the whole experience. Once we get enough feedback on what people would like to have as features, then we will continue, because we only listen to the feedback of the people actually using the tool, and not from, random people on the internet who say, oh, this could be a good idea and you should do this. Because in the end, this tool is made for a certain niche. And if that certain niche tells me, okay, I need to do this and this, I need this tool to use to do this, I need it to do that, then we will add it. So for now, we're just waiting for the feedback and then continue. I mean, I have plans, definitely. I have ideas, but my ideas might not be valuable for my users.
No, every idea is valuable. You must share, and you are actually sharing on your socials, I believe. And not every idea we can say every person can relate to it, but one an idea comes to an action. There are certainties and there are opportunities for people who are actually looking for an idea but will be inspired from yours and can get to a good start. So don't feel like that. And I believe so. People who are listening to us will definitely use Xolora, make the good use of the beta testing for sure. So coming on next, I want to ask, I have worked with a marketing agency previously. What we used to do was we just ran ads, we just got some results like the conversion or the Google ads for any brand supposed to trade in Canada. But what we used to do was we just used to generate the report, paste the screenshots from Meta Business Suite or Google Ads. I'm not saying exporting or importing the PDF. You were literally taking the screenshots of the hacks. Yes. And I made drafting the adjustment to the PDF or the PPT form and I'm sending it to the client so that they can see what actually results. So this is how I feel somewhat Xolora will help us, the people who have worked as a performance marketing to generate or to export the statistic reports, or is it like the similar one? They have to take a lot of identity. Solve my query for now.
You definitely don't have to take screenshots. I mean, you can always take screenshots, you do you, but you don't have to, because we also have an AI chat and you can only specifically download the whole spread of the AI chat as well. So, but yeah, it's kind of funny actually that you took screenshot. It's very complicated. It's a lot of, unnecessary work.
But the net only wants to see the numbers, like I have spent this much of money, how much is it I got? Not the data whole performance monitor. It's not thinking like, naturally. In the end, he's a business owner. He just want a customer and we want numbers. And what he want from us is to show them what output he has got with the money he has invested in. So that's why I feel the small scale industries, the small scale marketing agencies, just following these practices. Some of these are practices as well, because I have seen in the marketing agency, people are actually fabricating the numbers. If these are say $2 and we got one lead, they will be showing $2 5 leads, and that is actually the market practices which the agency has been following up. And in the end, everyone wants money. So I believe so the use of Xolora AI will reduce this market practices, not completely shut them off, because some agency owners have to filter the stomach and filter the house. So if you have anything to say on this, that about these practices which have been continuously following up and taking place after all these, especially in this AI era.
I mean, I think they will never fully stop. It's just, you have to make sure that you really work with genuine people. And I know it's easier said than done, but yeah, and even with, Xolora AI is an AI tool. Even with a tool like Xolora, you should always use your own brain. Like, don't blindly rely on what any tool is telling you or what any marketing agency is telling you. You should use your own brain. And if you feel that, an agency is, kind of lying to you, then just openly talk to them and double check your own numbers or get a second opinion. Yeah.
I believe so. The agency owners who are, and especially the agency owners, and not the like my latest businessman will definitely think upon this. And somewhere, but this podcast shows the brutal reality of people who are actually just relying on the numbers and not the actual results, which they should get upon. And Xolora AI will help you. So let's break those three decisions down to the three decisions. First is scale. What makes Xolora decide that something deserves more budget?
So as I said, for now it's in beta. So the overall goal later is that everyone who signs up actually fills in a little like business profile with what is their goal, what is their niche, what is their spend or like their budget, and based on that data, the AI looks for like what is the industry's benchmark, and based on that, it tells you, okay, you need to scale, you need to stop putting money into that ad. So it's very much industry-based benchmark, and it will over time it will get more refined. Yeah.
Okay. So does the camping structure also follows up, or is it mandatory to set up a proper camping structure? Although it's mandatory to get a better ad results, but Xolora helps, like if I'm running an ad on a minimal budget, but to target a good number of people, and that minimal budget is actually giving me results. So will the Xolora AI say increase the budget by 20%? And here's why. Will it give me the reasons, or will it give the users the reason to use so that use?
It breaks down your data on campaign level, ad set level, and ad level, and we actually have like a breakdown on the demographics as well. So it tells you which gender and which age group spends how much money on your ad. So you know exactly, let's say men in their 40s spend the most money on your ad.
Okay. So
and also by region, of course. If you know you only run an ad in Sweden, then of course you already know the region. But if you run more broad, like a whole continent or so, then of course it also tells you the region.
Okay. And there are people like that domains because Xolora AI help them as well. Like if the money invested is £6 or 600 USD, correct? I have spent 600 USD, but my money is wasted. My investment is wasted because I have not got any leads. So how Xolora will help or help the agency to convince the client, or help them to get convinced by himself that your money is not wasted, just the procedure or the process which was following earlier is not properly structured or properly strategized. So what are your take on this?
Oh, this is actually hard. I mean, because some people, they just don't want to get convinced, first of all. But I think Xolora really explains in a simple, like plain English way, what you should do next, which ad exactly deserves more budget. And you can ask the chat, okay, why do you think this ad deserves more budget? And then gives you an explanation. And I think that could convince someone.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be open to be convinced to begin with, right?
I believe so. And but there is a possibility that the creative or the ad poster which has been running, this is not good enough for all the people, not for us, because for the others. The attitude is not appreciated by the people who are actually good for the same product for which they have in the ads, or sometimes it's like okay, the agency might like creative for running the ad, but not the people who are actually willing to see that creative again and again. So somewhat it lies within this area, or this criteria is also not fulfilled, and that's why I believe the clients have this mindset, or they have this thinking that I invested this much money and this has been wasted, right? Yeah, this much amount has been wasted. Okay. Apart from Xolora, if we talk about digital marketing part, AI has been considered as a worth intended for graphics designers who are actually creating the narrative or as designs for the other marketers. And for content creators, it's like given the content ideas, but now their jobs is also being hindered or taken by. I don't feel it's taken by, but somewhat hindered because of the AI models. So do you think your tool will someday really, or the concept which you have made will replace the data business tool if AI will take over?
I don't think that it will replace it, because not everyone is going to use my tool. Not everyone is my target audience. So there are still people from, big marketing teams and like big companies. They're not my target audience. They will probably still stick to Meta ads like manager. So no, it won't replace any Meta business sheet, but it will replace the ads manager for my specific target audience.
The ad manager as an of the human or the tool?
The tool.
The tool. Okay, so finally, good news for people. It will not be replacing humans. Humans can actually use Xolora AI and not the robot or not chat GPT and that I want Xolora. Okay. Who is, if I ask, Xolora is available for everyone, the website says, or who actually does Xolora is available for? Is it for marketers on the or non-marketers as well, who are willing to start some agency sort of thing and want to run their business? So who is it for?
It is made for small business owners and solopreneurs, mainly because marketing tools like Meta Business Suite or others, they're too complex for them. They don't have the time to dig through dashboards. As I said, most of them don't have marketing degrees. So to use Xolora, you don't need to be a marketer. And actually, I welcome feedback more from people who aren't into marketing now during the beta, because I want to make sure that it also works for them.
It will definitely work for them. And you also coming from non-tech background, building something related to tech. And that is Xolora like that. I still wait for people who are the agency owners, the solopreneurs, and who are actually thinking to start their own business. So that's actually a related philosophy behind Xolora, and isn't it? So they're not trying to make someone better at reading dashboards, because reading dashboards is also skill. The project managers, area managers are the required who have a proper test so that they can read dashboards, and you are trying to make them better at making decisions. So it's actually helping or will help in the future if it when it's wrong to analyze the results better way, right?
Yeah.
And if someone wants to learn about Xolora, so will he or she will be requiring any certification or any knowledge where you use it, or is it like easy to you have just to explore and you can run it? How's it like?
It is very straightforward. You don't need any knowledge. The feedback so far that we received said that it was very easy to use, like very intuitive. People knew exactly where to click immediately. So no, you don't need there's no requirement. Just bring your ad data and then Xolora gives you the answers to your questions.
This is Xolora is another version of Mona. I can see she has put up every philosophical knowledge you have to just explore to learn more about them. So for a moment, let's step away from the product for a moment, which this series is know your founder. I always wanted to understand the person behind this product. Whether we have already much been known about you, your journey, how we came through. So when you look at Xolora today, what's the part of building it that you are most proud of in Xolora? Not only one feature, not only the whole Xolora, just a thing which makes you proud that I did it. You can take your.
I find it a bit hard to say because I didn't build it. It was my developer, right? I just told him it was my idea, but in the end he put his skills and his, ideas and knowledge into it as well. Like for example, without him, the AI chat would not be that specific. Like the chat only talks about meta ads. If you asked it something else, it says, no, I don't talk about it. Without him, I would have never had the idea of that. But what I'm most proud of is basically that I started working with a developer and that, as a team, we brought this to life. So there is not just one feature or just this whole experience I'm just most proud of that I actually did it.
Oh. He actually did it and he's actually proud of. I have seen the LinkedIn post and I have mentioned in the previous one as well. And he's so proud of the thing he created and we were proud of the thing that you initiated. So I want to ask the co-founder story about when we were doing the audio podcast, our audience must be aware of the fact that you invite your co-founder while on a business trip. Is it true?
Yeah, but this is my co-founder for another venture. He is not for my software, right? But I met him while I was on vacation.
And it was all the it's the weird but miracle that like these also lead to the beautiful destination in life, the journey you have been till today. So what was your learning while building Xolora, or what was in your mind that I have to do this because you have had the problem, or is it like the people you have been approaching have been getting the problem of the dashboard? So how was that? What were you thinking?
I first had the problem because last year, as I said, I talked to solopreneurs and small business owners, and then I thought, a software would be good, but the software is like this really big thing, and I don't know how to code. And it was a huge mountain. But then a friend of a friend talked to me and he said, I need a software that does XYZ. And I thought, this is what I have in mind. And I guess this is designed to start. And then I just started and now it's out there. It's now a full product. So this was the journey. And on the way, and on the way, I was on Reddit, on X, on all these different platforms, and people kept repeating the same frustrations. I was like, okay, I'm onto something. So
So is Xolora getting bigger? My next question, because right now we are focused into turning meta ads into dashboards. So how much expectations we can get from Xolora, because it's a small baby but now, and every person then gets it, and every person gets new skills. So how Xolora is acquiring more skills and how bigger can it be if we take it from now?
Of course, I have many plans. But again, it all depends on, first of all, the feedback we get, what features testers would like to have. And then also, if testers actually really find value in it, right? Because at the end of the day, if they don't find value in it, then there's no need to continue. But my goal is to add other platforms, like TikTok ads, Google ads, and also to have Google Analytics included, because sometimes Facebook shows you, okay, your ads, they're performing like this. And then Google shows you, it's a little different. And then I would like to include Google Ads as Google Analytics as well, so that the user can really get a full picture on what is actually really coming from Meta and what is Meta making up.
The integration will help much more better people for making decisions. And earlier, one thing I got was people usually talk to AI about different things. Like for ChatGPT, I had ChatGPT and build this today, what should I do? Or I have this idea, but what should I do? But if I talk about the chatbot or the person who is actually assisting to use Xolora, you might have into that, located that. So how that bot will help you? Will it give you a full basic tutorial like go to this step? Or have you prepared any tutorial for now for the people? Or is it like you explore yourself by DIY, do it yourself thing?
As I said, it's very easy to navigate, so there is no tutorial. I don't think it is needed. But again, anyone who wants to have a personal walkthrough with me can get it. I have scheduled one for this afternoon. So yeah, the chat is also, I mean, just talk about Meta ads. As I said, it does talk about anything else. And also, it gives you options to basically start a conversation, because I feel that when you're a small business owner, not knowing marketing, an empty chat can really be intimidating for you, because you don't have no idea. You don't have a clue what to ask, right? You're like, okay, I see the numbers, but what do I actually ask now? And that's why we give the user some options, so that it is easier. We really lowered the bar because we want to make marketing accessible.
Makes sense. And final shot. One last message to all the digital marketers, not the agency owners, not the solopreneurs, but to the digital marketers who are actually going to use Xolora AI in the industry, and for the people who are actually working for the independent clients. One last message for all the digital marketers, what you have to say for them.
Use my tool. No, like beta is free, and I mean any founder can relate. You need feedback. You need to have validation and honest feedback. Like no sugarcoating. If the feedback is bad, then it's bad. But we need feedback. So I'm happy to have you join.
It will give you brutal reality check that your ad is not performing. Don't use it.
Yeah.
And it will help you to convince clients as well, to the digital marketers, that please don't approach this design or don't approach this ad copy. This is not going to be performable. And Xolora can actually take work as a performance marketer, manager, or the project manager. So that was it for today's episode, my people. And today was all about Xolora, how it was, how it turns Meta dashboards or the Meta ads or performance reports into a simplifying things, the decision making skills. And with this, the Know Your Founder series, including Mona, and today this was the final episode with Mona, and hopefully people will test the beta use it for Xolora AI soon, and do let us know in the comments. And it's my honor to host you, Mona, once again, and I hope you will like the series and you loved talking about Xolora and all your adventures. You're called Mona.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mona. And with this, Mona and Arjit signing off. No friends, we will on with the ideas. And here we go. Thank you so much.